Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the Philippine National Anthem, to be led by the award-winning soprano, Lara Maige.
Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhati pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please remain standing for the ASEAN Anthem to be performed by the first and only choir to have ever won the Luciano Pavarotti's Choir of the World Trophy at the Hanggakin International Musical Eisteddfod in Wales, the University of Santo Tomas Singers. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, you may now be seated. Welcome to the national launch of the Philippine Chairship of ASEAN 2026 here at the Foro de Intramuros. On October 28, 2025, the Philippines officially assumed the ASEAN Chairship for the 48th and 49th ASEAN Summits, taking the helm from Malaysia in Kuala Lumpur. As a nation of over 7,000 islands, connected by water, history, and heritage, the act of navigation is both literal and symbolic. It speaks of a journey not taken alone, but shared with neighbors, partners, and friends, toward a future defined by unity, trust, and shared prosperity. Today, here in the historic heart of Manila, in Intramuros, we gather to mark the beginning of this new chapter in our collective voyage as we set sail our chairship, guided by the theme, Navigating Our Future Together. To commence tonight's program, may we invite on stage the Honorable Maria Teresa P. Lazaro, Secretary of Foreign Affairs, for her welcome remarks.
President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., First Lady Luisa Araneta Marcos, Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin, Chairman of the ASEAN National Organizing Council, Excellencies, my fellow Cabinet Secretaries, distinguished members of the Cabinet, colleagues from the government, and friends from the ASEAN community, members of the Diplomatic Corps, good afternoon. I have the honor of welcoming you all to the national launching of the Philippine chairship of ASEAN for 2026. While our preparations have been underway since last year, today's event formally marks the beginning of a more productive and busier year ahead of us. As incoming chair of ASEAN, the Philippines is entrusted with both a unique opportunity and a shared responsibility to advance initiatives that enhance ASEAN's community building efforts while aligning with our national priorities for the benefit not only of our country, but of the whole region. In line with our priorities and guided by the ASEAN Community Vision 2045, the Philippines will carry on the progress done by the previous chairs and build upon the collective work of ASEAN to achieve peace, prosperity, and people empowerment in the ASEAN community. We hope that our gathering today will reaffirm our collective commitment and cooperation as we assume the Philippine chairship of ASEAN in 2026. This undertaking would not be possible without the continued support and active participation of our government agencies, not only in their respective sectoral bodies, but also in the logistical and administrative preparations leading up to next year. We have a long road ahead of us, not only with the upcoming chairship, but ensuring that the hard work we do remains relevant to our fellow AMS, our stakeholders, and the Filipino people. As mentioned by the President during the handover ceremony of the chairship from Malaysia to the Philippines last month, if ASEAN is a ship, then 2026 will be the year we set full sail together toward that shared horizon. May today's launching be the beginning of the exciting year of navigating a future together. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Secretary Lazaro. ASEAN holds culture and identity at its core. For Filipinos, music has always been a powerful expression of who we are, a rhythm deeply woven into our heritage. This evening, we celebrate that spirit through performances by some of our most talented Filipino artists. To perform the song Home, which speaks of returning to a place of comfort and belonging, a reminder that no matter how far we go, there will always be a place to come back to. In the same way, ASEAN continually finds its way back to its shared shores, united by friendship and a common vision of peace and progress. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome singer-songwriter Nicole Asensio.
When I think of home, I think of a place where there's love overflowing. I wish I was home, I wish I was back there with the things that I've been knowing. Wind that makes the tall grass bend into leaning, suddenly the raindrops that fall have a meaning, sprinkling the sea, makes it all clean. Maybe there's a chance for me to go back, now that I have some direction. It sure would be nice
Thank you, Nicole. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for a video presentation highlighting the ceremonial transfer of the ASEAN chairship from Malaysia to the Philippines.
Your Majesty, Your Royal Highness, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremony of the 47th ASEAN Summit and related summits and the handing over of the ASEAN chairmanship to the Republic of the Philippines.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on the first day of 2026, ASEAN will begin a new chapter. This evening, it is my honor to mark that transition and to ceremonially hand over the chairmanship to the Republic of the Philippines.
Let me begin by congratulating Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim for a successful chairship of ASEAN and for advancing ASEAN's broader agenda under the theme Inclusivity and Sustainability. This year, Malaysia steered ASEAN with clarity and conviction. I commend not only Your Excellency's leadership, but also the steady hands and warm hospitality of the government of Malaysia. You have shown us that ASEAN makes the greatest strides when vision is matched with pragmatism.
To my friend Bombong, good luck, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. As you assume this responsibility, I have every confidence that under your steady hand, ASEAN will continue to act with clarity, composure, and that warmth and poise for which the Filipino people are known.
ASEAN is our ship, and 2026 will be the year when we set full sail together towards our shared horizon, guided by the theme, Navigating Our Future Together. The Philippines will continue to fortify our peace and security anchors, strengthen our prosperity corridors, and advance people empowerment. These main priorities will serve as our compass, guiding ASEAN towards a future where peace, prosperity, and people remain at the heart of all that we say and all that we do. We, as ASEAN, will stand firm as the institution that serves as the driving force behind the region's evolving landscape. Our goal is not to diverge from past chairships, but to build upon the collective work of our predecessors. As we pledge our sustained commitment as chair, we likewise hope our vision will be shared amongst all ASEAN member states, the Secretariat, and all our external partners. It is in this spirit that I warmly invite you all to the Philippines with our collective resolve. Let us navigate into our future together. Maraming salamat.
As the Philippines takes on the honor of leading the 48th and 49th ASEAN Summit in 2026, we carry forward our commitment to unity, peace, and shared progress in the region. Each chairship marks a new chapter, a chance to express the collective identity and aspirations of our ASEAN family through meaningful symbols. The ASEAN Philippines 2026 logo is an expression of unity in diversity. It reflects the enduring truth that despite our differences, the 11 member states are ultimately aboard the same vessel, sharing one journey toward peace, progress, and regional centrality. Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now proudly present the official logo of the Philippines ASEAN Chairship 2026. Continuing this evening's celebration, we now move on to a performance that captures the very heart of ASEAN's shared aspirations. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back on stage, Lara Maige.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled from things from far away. Special things I've compiled, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care, so call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Or a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to a world you see, to a world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lara Maige. This evening, we proudly unveil another emblem, the ASEAN Summit 2026 commemorative stamp. More than a token of remembrance, it stands as a tribute to the spirit of unity, cooperation, and shared aspirations that define our region. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the ASEAN Philippines 2026 Commemorative Stamp. At this time, may we invite on stage Executive Secretary Lucas P. Bersamin to introduce our guest of honor.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines, His Excellency Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr.
Thank you very much, Executive Secretary, Secretary Luke Bersamin. Please take your seats. Our ASEAN member states and dialogue partner countries, His Excellency, the Most Reverend Charles Brown, and the other esteemed excellencies of the Diplomatic Corps, honorable members of the Cabinet, honorable members of the Senate, our partners from the local government, private, business, and cultural sectors of the ASEAN Chairship, of course, First Lady Luis Araneta Marcos, my fellow workers in government, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We gather today within the historic walls of Intramuros, where centuries of Philippine history was shaped, a place that has witnessed our nation's encounters with the world, our struggles for independence, and our steadfast pursuit of peace and progress. It is therefore deeply fitting that we launch here today, in this place, the Philippine Chairship of ASEAN 2026, as we once again open our doors to our friends and neighbors in the region, united under the theme, Navigating Our Future Together. This theme captures both our vision and our conviction that ASEAN's strength lies in unity, and that together we can chart a future that is peaceful, prosperous, and people-centered. It envisions a forward-looking ASEAN, one that embraces innovation, leverages its diversity, and equips our people with the challenges for the challenges that we face today and tomorrow. As chair, the Philippines will steer our region guided by the three central priorities: peace and security anchors, prosperity corridors, and people empowerment. These will direct ASEAN's efforts to strengthen dialogue and cooperation on regional security, deepen economic integration through innovation and sustainability, and uplift the lives and resilience of our people. In the area of peace and security, our chairship will highlight the responsible and ethical use of emerging technologies, particularly artificial intelligence, to strengthen ASEAN's capacity to anticipate and to respond to new and evolving security challenges. We shall harness AI for early warning systems, maritime domain awareness, and humanitarian assistance and disaster response, or HADR, ensuring that technology becomes a force for stability rather than division. In the economic sphere, let us drive ASEAN's transition into a digitally empowered community by promoting the safe, ethical, responsible, equitable, and sustainable adoption of AI in all areas such as trade facilitation, digitalization, and innovation. We aim to enhance regional competitiveness, support micro, small, and medium enterprises, and unlock new opportunities for inclusive and sustainable growth. Under the socio-cultural pillar, the Philippines will champion the responsible use of AI to enhance healthcare, education, youth empowerment, broadening access to essential services, and cultivating creativity for the next generation. We will also explore AI-driven solutions that strengthen the ASEAN family and advance the silver economy, fostering a more connected, resilient, and age-inclusive community. Of course, AI will not replace our human touch. Rather, it will magnify our capacity to care, to teach, to uplift communities across ASEAN. Throughout 2026, ASEAN will not only meet in conference rooms, but will also experience the spirit of the Filipino people. From Manila to Cebu to Bohol, Boracay, Lawag, Iloilo, Tagaytay, and Clark. Each of these places will host ASEAN meetings and events that celebrate our diversity, showcase our culture, and advance our shared goals. Together, these venues tell the story of a nation that mirrors ASEAN itself, diverse yet united, traditional yet forward-looking, and increasingly future-ready through innovation and through technology. We also had the privilege to see the official ASEAN Philippines 2026 logo and stamp, symbols that reflect our unity of purpose and the Filipino warmth that defines our chairship. We will also launch the ASEAN Philippines 2026 website. It shall serve as a platform for collaboration, for information, and participation throughout our chairship this year. As chair of ASEAN in 2026, the Philippines will continue to champion peace, stability, and dialogue in our region, anchored on ASEAN's founding principles, the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, and the United Nations Charter. During our chairship, the Philippines will commemorate the 50th anniversary of the TAC, marking 50 years of cooperation and dialogue in the region and beyond. We shall continue to champion peace and stability through dialogue, adherence to international law, and enhanced cooperation on traditional and non-traditional security issues. We believe that through cooperation and understanding, ASEAN can further strengthen its role as a force for peace and progress in the global community. In this spirit, I am pleased to announce the appointment of Secretary Maria Teresa P. Lazaro as the Philippines Special Envoy of the Chair to Myanmar. We are confident that she shall bring a constructive, principled, and inclusive approach to supporting the people of Myanmar, guided by her mandate and the 5-point consensus as we work together towards peace, stability, and reconciliation. Secretary Tess, you better get this done. I already made the promise to everyone. As we begin this journey, I extend my heartfelt thanks to the Department of Foreign Affairs, the Department of Trade and Industry, and the Department of Social Welfare and Development, our lead agencies under the 3 ASEAN pillars, for their tireless leadership in preparing our national institutions for this momentous task. I also recognize the ASEAN National Organizing Council under the executive leadership of Secretary Lucas Bersamin for guiding our preparations and ensuring that the Philippines stands ready to lead ASEAN with unity, with purpose, with pride. To our partners in the diplomatic corps, government, in business, in civil society, the youth, let's work hand in hand as we anchor our community and navigate our shared future. Let us build together an ASEAN that is unified in its diversity, a steadfast body that stands close forever to its principles, and bold in its embrace of innovation, where technology serves humanity, where AI helps secure peace, prosperity, and people empowerment. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Pilipinas, mabuhay ang ASEAN.
Thank you, Mr. President. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dinner will be served.